Here we are live.
Mm-hmm.
Gimme Danger Radio. JB is getting his record queued up. I'm Mitch Con. As for what it's worth, I guess I'll switch over to the regular cameras here. Fuck me. Off to a great start. There we are. Oh. So JB's getting his selection queued up. It'll be the first track of the night. We'll kind of save. We're going to just do some intro songs here, one a piece, and then we'll come in and tell you why the fuck we're even here, you know? We did this once upon a time when we were high schoolers, and our knowledge base hasn't increased, but the technology around us has, so at least, you know, one will catch up with the other, I'm sure. We are in the bowels of Gimme Danger Studios, surrounded by JB's life work currently, and I am only slightly nervous about the hardware and the show. Are we getting close over there, JB?
I think so. I think I got it right where it wants to be.
Well, perfect. Again, we'll be coming back at you after these intro songs. We just wanted to come in hot with a couple tracks. I'll let JB introduce the very first one, just to let you know what the fuck we're about.
So, this song is what I couldn't come up with a good name for a record label or a recording studio or anything. And the best song I've ever heard of my life at that point when I was a teenager was Gimme Danger by the Stooges. So that's what I'm going to play right now. So, enjoy.
Give me danger, little stranger, and I'll give you a piece.
Hey, we're back.
We are back.
What the hell?
I'm going to flip us back to the right camera. I promise I'll get better at this, probably. Anyway, Gimme Danger Records Radio.
Mm-hmm.
GDRR, technically. How you feeling tonight, JB?
Not feeling too bad. I'm feeling a little staticky.
Yeah, well, 'tis the season. Hand her over. Pop a squat. Let's talk for a second. You and me,
Just me and you?
I guess. And 7 people, I guess. Hey, for what it's worth.
Yes.
Thank you to the 7.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, JB, like, what? Go ahead.
Should we bring up our sponsor?
Go ahead. Yeah, it's all you.
Slime Nuggets R Us, located in. Don't laugh
I'm sorry.
at the sponsor.
I have a lot of respect. Go ahead.
Slime Nuggets R Us, located in Oshkosh. I can't remember the road. Fuck. And I left my notes upstairs. Slime Nuggets R Us,
It's off
Oshkosh.
Racine.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. You'll find it.
I don't go to
find it.
Oshkosh.
Just go on Google Maps. You'll find it. Or Waze.
Don't do that. You'll never find it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree.
Thanks to Slime Labs, though.
Slime Labs?
Was that it?
No,
Or
slime Nuggets. See, we're never going to get a sponsor
Shit.
ever again.
Wait a minute. This is going nowhere.
You see this right now?
JB, why are we sitting around your beautiful analog equipment playing records right now? What are we doing here?
I actually don't know how this started. I know that I asked you if you wanted to do a cover of Up on Cripple Creek by the band.
And we did that.
But I don't know why we actually got into doing the radio show again.
Well, we did it once upon a time, right?
Yes.
Like, we started this technically around 10 years ago when we were probably like 16, 17, somewhere in there. We did it for a couple years, pretty steadily.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think we just were talking again from doing that recording, and we just thought it would be possible. And so we saw if it could be possible. And here we are. I think it's just always been, I think more than anything, the reason that we're here is to just share music that we're passionate about, right? I mean, whether it's new music you haven't heard yet, possibly, or, you know, bands you are familiar with, maybe showing you them in a different light, a track you haven't heard from them. Or just familiar favorites, you know, just reminding you of a track. Really just here to enjoy music with you. And
and that was the essence. That was the essence of the original show, right? When we first did it, I think you were really into the radio, like possible DJing. Weren't you gonna try going to school for that or something?
I was, until I got discouraged entirely from that idea. Yeah, I mean, that was the original intent. That was the idea for my whole entire life. But just, you know, you grow up and then you're like, oh, maybe this isn't super viable and maybe I don't like school too much. And then it drafts away. But this was something I've always wanted to do. So,
well, by the time that we started the show, I think the reason why we started it back then was because you wanted to try and get into that.
Yeah, I think it was like, literally, I think I was trying to get clips because you needed to build like a portfolio, almost like an artist or something. And I was like, okay, we start doing these episodes and I'll pull 10-minute clips I like. And it took it nowhere, except for here now.
Well, the thing about those shows though was it almost turned into not like a portfolio for doing radio. It turned into us just sharing music.
Yeah.
But just doing it in that way of being like a DJ thing.
It was kind of, I mean, it was half radio show, half just like music podcast. More than anything, it was pretty much just how we listened to records when we were just hanging out, and then we just put a camera or microphones in front of us, and it's not going to be too far off from that now, I'd imagine.
And, you know,
I think
that's another that was something about growing up together, and with me, you, and Axel.
Yeah.
You know, everyone that was even remotely interested in music.
Yeah.
The fact that we were bringing records to show each other and not just showing each other on. I mean, we would show stuff on YouTube, but showing it in person and having the records play, and you don't really actually want to stop it because, and then sometimes it would bleed into the other songs afterwards.
Right.
If you were either feeling lazy or if you actually just didn't even mind the fact that the record didn't suck for once.
Well, that's the best records, right? That's the best songs, the ones that you could just listen to forever, the ones you don't want to end, you know what I mean? And that's how I always felt about like Bob Dylan, especially at the time, you know what I mean? And so I played a lot of Bob Dylan. But we have a lot of music in store tonight. I think we have about 50 albums between the both of us down here ready to play.
Yeah.
And so we better get to that. I am going to switch back over to the turntables, I think, and I'll cue up my track.
Sure.
And then I will introduce it if you wouldn't mind pushing play on it.
Sure.
All right. I'll flip you guys back. This is going to be, 8 to 10, 12 tracks, whenever we feel like stopping. It's going to be pretty much interrupted. We will introduce the songs for you guys, and then we'll come back and say what's up when we're damn well good and ready. All right, I'm going to flip us back here. Then it went to Tommy.
Excuse the silence.
It's gonna get loud, I promise.
The loudness will come back.
Maybe if I learned how to fucking count. Jesus.
You can count. I've seen you do it before.
Sometimes.
And you count well. I mean, all those times I've heard you count in front of me, it was impressive.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I really tried in those moments.
I tried to.
Is there any possibility of me hearing this before we play it for the people, just so I know where I'm at?
Oh fuck, Mitchell.
That's okay.
Oh god.
We're good.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, just play it, and they might want to hear a little snippet of something else.
I think I can get a little bit closer than that. I'm sorry for my ugly mug, everybody. Alright, that'll be good. That'll be good and close. Good and plenty.
Alright.
Is my mic still live?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my fucking headphones on. Alright guys, just a quick reminder that all of our music will be analog to the best of our ability. Maybe in future shows we might be featuring digital music, or we'll go down that path as we get there. But we're playing records, so sorry if you get a couple seconds or of another song or a couple seconds late. My first track, what I want to open with for this sound block, is May This Be Love by Jimi Hendrix, a very talented guitar player. And I'm playing this one in particular for my beautiful, loving girlfriend, who has been very supportive through this all and even bought me another turntable just for the show. This is May This Be Love by Jimi Hendrix.
Waterfall, nothing can harm me at all.
We're figuring it out as we go along here, folks. But we have JB queuing up his song now. And this is action-packed, correct, JB?
Oh yeah.
Just want to make sure I got the label. Oh, there he throws up the album, just for you guys.
Alright. So, here we go with action-packed, all-purpose action footwear. I heard about these guys. Actually, you know what? I think it was in 2010,
Yeah.
2011. I heard this song, or one of the songs, in the venue, and the person I was with at the time was like, "What the fuck? What song is that?" I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
It was a song called "Gothic Party Time."
Okay.
And so she found it and shared it with me, and I thought it was just like a one-off, like maybe a one-hit wonder of the punk rock
Sure.
underground.
Yeah.
But apparently they were featured on John Peel's show all the time. There was
Whoa.
they did a couple,
Okay.
and they had a ton of singles, and they just had a very prolific career when they were in their young years, and then
Awesome.
they kind of dissipated. But in regards to this song, this is again called All Purpose Action Footwear in tribute to probably the Doc Marten shoes.
Yeah, I can see him from here.
They're wearing the Doc Marten shoes and they're drinking a lot of cider.
My boots are made for dancing. Dancing's how I'll wear them out. Friday's here next in town. Everybody scream and shout.
was a dank little number. How about it?
Dank little number.
Well, I think we'll just keep it moving. I'm gonna go probably to my most played song, one of my most played songs, a song that my friends are all probably tired of me playing for them. This is Procol Harum with A Whiter Shade of Pale. No, I'll throw it on.
Okay.
Procol Harum, Whiter Shade of Pale, off of his debut release, self-titled Procol Harum. Probably one of the greatest white soul singers, male white soul singers the world's ever seen. In my opinion, I don't know. Procol Harum, Whiter Shade of Pale. Say it again, Mitch.
Procol Harum. It's okay. It's okay to like things.
Just nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's a beautiful song.
Are we on?
Sorry, Mitchell.
no.
All right, now go for it.
We skip the light fandango, turns cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we call out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned the whiter shade of pale. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wander through my playing cards, would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well be closed. And so it was as the mirror told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned the whiter shade of pale.
your thing, and I'll get the fuck out of the way.
You're fine.
Gimme Danger Radio. That was Procol Harum with A Whiter Shade of Pale.
She likes to fade out.
Oh, she sure does. It's like they're doing our job for us.
Pretty much.
I'll take it. Well, again, let's JB will pause that album. I think we'll talk at you 8 viewers, 8 listeners. Thank you. We'll talk at you for a couple minutes here, talk about a couple of the tracks that we played. Well, I guess, what did I even play? I played A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. I am gonna put this back. Oh, the Elgato.
I got it.
Thank you, Jables.
I got it.
We need a tech guy in here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll flip this back. It should be coming up. Sorry for the black screen. There we are. There we go.
Doing any little...
Nope, no bars, no nothing.
All right, good.
Figuring it out as we go along, folks. Again, Gimme Danger Records Radio. JB, well, I guess I'll ask you a question about one of the songs you played. Like, Alex Chilton, who was he? Like, why do we like Alex Chilton? What's the deal?
Alex Chilton is from the band Big Star.
Correct.
Made a couple albums with them. Then he split. Or they split. There's a good documentary about them if you ever
really?
get the chance. It's extremely good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
It's super inspiring. Kind of bittersweet, a little bit sad, but ultimately it's an amazing documentary. And
he inspired Alex Chilton and Big Star and all them. They inspired a lot of like 90s bands, things that we would consider indie. There's that one there's that one track on Rock Band, Alex Chilton, I can't remember.
From The Replacements.
The Replacements, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big homage to the man himself. Yeah, another one that JB showed me many moons ago, but got me going on Big Star. And it's one of those albums, any of those albums by Alex Chilton or Big Star, it feels like it was made 20, 30 years after it was made.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Totally
it's like,
ahead of their time.
It's like everything that you hear in indie music from the 90s, 2000s on, they were doing in the 70s. And it's pretty, I love music like that. You know what I mean? It just feels like, where did you even come up with this, and why did it take everybody else who's trying to make this music so long to catch up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense.
And then, not to leave this out, but he was also a record producer himself.
Right.
I mean, he did the first Cramps recordings.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if you ever listen to Human Fly, that's that
Alex
aggressive sound.
Yeah.
Is they got that from him.
That's incredible. I don't think we have any Cramps tracks tonight.
Not tonight.
Well, we both have a fair amount of Cramps in our collections, I'm sure.
I was looking at the Cramps selection I had in my collection, and I was like, I play the Cramps all the fucking time.
That's kind of what I
man.
was thinking. I was just like, I don't know, Lord wore their sweatshirt, and that all happened, like they're known.
Was it Lord? Did she?
It was, and this is more like an inside joke with a couple of my friends back home, but they, I don't know what else to say. I don't want to name anybody by name, but they got a kick. I got drunk one night and said that I knew more about the Cramps than Lord because she was on the cover of like Rolling Stone wearing a Cramps sweatshirt. It was a dick thing for me to say, but probably not inaccurate. I don't know, but no, Lord's great. I just was probably she's like identically the same age as us. So when she started doing that stuff at 17 and we were also playing music, I was like, I just suck. I guess I'm just not successful. I guess I'm not. People don't like me.
I do remember I was in Walgreens around that time, and I remember seeing Lord. I remember that cover.
Yeah.
And I just remember getting the stank face on, just like.
Well, it feels commercialized, right? It feels like an advertisement, like when you, because she wore it very purposefully, right? And I guess that's what tripped my 16, 17-year-old trigger. I was like, well, fuck me.
But here's the thing. I like that she wore it because it gives the music a new life for a new audience.
It does.
even though her audience probably is not going to like it as much as an audience like how we would like it. Like if
Right.
we saw Henry Rollins wearing a Cramp shirt, it would probably identify
That
with
makes
us
sense,
a lot
yeah.
more. But
Yeah,
if she's
right.
wearing it, it's not going. Her listeners are gonna be like, okay, well, I want to hear a tennis court or
Right.
team. Was it team or tennis court? Like, cause
I don't fucking
I'm
know.
not gonna lie. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Let me just say this. All right, you want me to say this? You're not gonna judge me.
Go ahead.
I like that song from Lorde. Team, is that song?
I see. I still don't know the title of the song.
It's a cool song. It's a cool song. I'm not
No,
I'm not into the Royals because it was
That's
just
the one I would. Yeah.
it was a huge song and it was just a little bit.
Things get
some-
overplayed.
Yeah, something was just not right with me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I was in a bad mood.
Probably.
I was listening to a lot of Germs and
Yeah.
Black Flag. And
Pissed off.
I'm listening to Royals. I'm just like, this isn't pissing me off in the right way.
I mean, it's like, you know, and we could talk pop music to death or how we feel about pop music, but it's with all due respect, she has all the talent in the world, and she put out some amazing records when she was 17 years old, and like
Absolutely.
it was just funny. I was just like put on a Prince shirt or something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I'm just saying, but to your point, it's pushing listenership, it's pushing new fans to a place that they might not go, and that's cool. I'm sure that the Cramps, you know, picked up a couple new fans when she wore that sweatshirt, and that's cool. And also, she obviously knows more than me about music, I'm sure, in a lot of ways. At least, certainly the technical side of things. And so
There's a certain amount of knowledge there.
well, without a doubt, you can't be that successful, you know.
But I will say, if I wouldn't have heard the White Stripes, I would have never heard about the Cramps. Because that was one of the things
Yeah.
with getting into those bands as a young person.
Right.
And how
Well, that's true. Yeah.
they kind of broke through
Yeah.
the noise.
Without
and
a
they
doubt.
got to exist.
Yeah.
And like if it wasn't for like a White Stripes or a Nirvana, Kurt Cobain,
Yeah.
when he wore Daniel Johnston.
Johnston's.
And then he had all those bands like Half Japanese, who I have in my stack right now.
Very nice.
He had Half Japanese open for them, and I
Yeah.
would have never heard of Daniel. And then if I wouldn't have heard of Daniel, actually no, I take that back. I knew who Daniel Johnston was before I heard Nirvana,
Oh, really?
because when I was a kid,
Yeah.
that stop motion channel,
Yeah.
I was into stop motion before I was into music,
Yeah.
and there was a stop motion channel that Dan McKenzie, he did the music video. I can't remember what, I think it was a newer Daniel Johnston song, but he had Walking the Cow as the behind the scenes footage.
Yeah.
And he had that song on there. And I always thought that he was making a music video for his little brother or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I would keep coming back to it as a little kid and then a teenager being
Yeah.
a young person, like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And then I finally kind of looked up his name and found like these albums, and I was like, what the fuck is this music?
Yeah.
It wasn't until I was like 16 maybe I was getting into Nirvana, as you do.
As anybody who's angsty.
Something in your
15,
genes, man.
16, yeah.
Something
oh, yeah.
in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I saw that T-shirt. I was like, I fucking know what
I
that is.
recognize this. Yeah.
And then it just was like, oh my god,
That opened
this
up a
makes
whole new
so
world.
much fucking sense now.
No, absolutely. I mean, and it's invaluable. I mean, it's a shame to think about all the bands that you never hear about. You know what I mean? And like even you showed me that John, the radio DJ.
John Peel.
John Peel. You showed me that John Peel documentary.
Mm-hmm.
John Peel, if you don't know, being an extremely famous radio DJ over from the 60s on until he passed.
Yeah.
From Britain originally, moved to the United States, got some traction there, moved back to Britain, just considered probably one of the biggest tastemakers over 50 years.
Absolutely.
I mean, played anything that mattered, anything that he liked, and it was all amazing. And just watching that documentary, even though I found a band of these, I'm big on soul music, found a soul duo from the 60s.
Yeah.
You go to theirs, and it's great tracks. I mean, amazing songs, and I heard it in the documentary. I went and looked them up. You go to their Spotify, they have like 7,000 plays.
Yeah.
I still don't have an album of theirs in, or else I'd play it tonight. But it's pretty incredible, like the amount of good music that's out there and the amount that actually reaches you. And so that's where, you know, when you have Kurt Cobain wearing Daniel Johnson's T-shirt when he's being interviewed on MTV, he knew exactly what he was doing, and
Absolutely.
He did a bit. It was a big deal. It was a big deal for Dan, and it was a big deal for Kurt. And yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and I guess in a way that's what we kind of hope to accomplish here. Like in some semblances, I think it's now people like to say that we're in a very uncreative time, you know, with music, movies, popular culture. I just think that it's an oversaturated time. I think that it's really hard to find things that you like, things that you resonate with or relate to. You know, once upon a time, there was only 4 or 5 movies coming out every year that you heard about anyway, you know, that you could go down to the theater and actually watch, you know. And kind of the same thing, you know, you just listen. My parents always said that we just listened to what was on the radio when we were kids, you know what I mean? So it was whatever was put in front of you, but everything was getting through at that time, so everything was being put in front of you in a really good way. Not as many people had access, obviously, to creating music. People create music, amazing albums in their bedroom, on their phone, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that's the goal, to try and find some of that music and put it in front of you guys. And you know, I think tonight more than anything is kind of an introduction to ourselves, you know, like show you guys what we like, what we've played our whole lives. Like some of these albums I've owned for, weirdly enough to say, 20 years, but I'll just say that almost 20. I've been collecting albums since I was a wee little. Well, I was never that little, but
You were a little kid.
I started, my brother, so fuck, I've been talking a lot, but I'll just go on a really quick little tangent. My brother, JB, and then a very good friend of mine and one of my roommates at one point. I won't say any names, but he likes bikes a lot, so that'll be an identifier. These 3 people formed most of my music taste, and my brother put things in front of me first, you know what I mean? So he was very cool for what he was listening to as a 14-year-old, and I was a 9-year-old getting it, you know what I mean? So and like you know, Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, these were all like the first albums I bought, and then very quickly it was Weezer and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you know what I mean, and so that shit was all put right in front of me when I started collecting records when I was like 8 years old, and like without my brother I'd be musically handicapped, I guess, in a sense. I'd be a lot further back than where I am now. I just feel like I got a head start because of him. He you know, weeded out a lot of the bullshit, and we weren't listening to pop radio, and it was awesome. And so yeah, there's a couple records I brought tonight that I've had since I was like 8 years old, which is just fucking weird to say. Well, but, yeah.
Should we continue with the music?
I think we should. I think we just should. I
think you're next.
Well, I opened the last song block. If you want to open this one.
Oh, okay. I'll look.
JB's gonna look, see if he finds anything he feels good about right now.
I'll just play the first one that comes up.
But yeah, I mean, more than anything, we just want to enjoy some music with you guys. We hope to catch some traction one day, but if a couple people come in here and go and listen to some of our favorite artists on Spotify, I think that's a huge win for us. You know, we're doing this because we like music, and I like hanging out with this guy, and yeah. For the love of vinyl, for the love of music, here we are. Oh, JB is queuing up quite the album. Oh, on pea green vinyl as well.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Colored vinyl, cool. Graphic vinyl, not as cool. And we can talk about that another time, but it's for your enjoyment more than anything. I'm rambling. But it's for your enjoyment. Don't go with graphic vinyl. It's just lower sound quality, and it's more prone to scratching. Christ. Don't listen to me. I can't even talk. JB, what do we have? I see I see a cool and intimidating album cover. I wouldn't want to see that in somebody's notebook.
I'd be afraid of that too. I'd be like
intimidated.
if I like, oh, is this my notebook? I could go back in the science class. Shit, we got two of the same.
Oh.
Open it up in the middle of the page. And you're like, holy shit!
Who is this guy?
See that?
Yeah.
It's like I'm drawing rainbows and little puppies in there.
Wow.
You're drawing that.
Well, I'm going to flip it back. So the people who are here with us, all 8 of you, thank you again. I'm going to flip it back so they can see the album. And we'll get into our next song block here. What are we listening to, JB?
This is the Awesome Snakes with You Don't Like Snakes? I Don't Like You. And you know what? I agree with that.
I think that's a fair assessment. I don't like snakes, and I think it's something that's primal inside of me.
You don't like snakes?
I like them. I like the idea of them, but I've had people that around me that have owned snakes, and it is I don't like handling them. They don't like me. I think they can sense the fear. Like many predators. I don't know. They're cold-blooded, man. They're reptiles. They don't think about anything besides killing and eating.
Wait, you don't like them? So you like snakes, but you don't like them.
I
So it's a half?
I like snakes. I don't want to spend any time with them. Just it. I'll admire them from a distance. I don't need to handle a deadly animal. That's all it really boils down to.
Oh my! I mean, okay, yeah, I agree with you. But there's some cute little snakes.
Oh, I mean, some of them are fucking adorable, and they're not all
Yeah.
gonna kill you. But
Yeah.
I'll just stay away from them all. These guys don't like me.
All right,
Awesome Snakes with.
if you don't like snakes, I don't like you.
There it is.
Last time that I got invited to a party, it was at Little Caesars. You know where Little Caesars is? Well, Little Caesars shares the same spot as that Kmart on East Lake Street, and if you don't watch out, you'll get cut. Okay, so I'm hanging out there, and this dude comes up and he's like, hey, check out this snake. And I'm like, okay, I'll check out this snake. And he doesn't like it, but I do. So, okay, and then after that, you know what happens? I'm not really too sure, because I passed out. Yeah, okay, so I passed out right there at Little Caesars. I don't give a shit about it.
You don't like snakes. I don't like you. Everyone likes snakes.
Then I was hanging out at the Little Caesars on East Lake Street, the one that's got a Kmart inside of it. I know, it's real rough. You'll get cut just like the pizza, you jerk. And this dude came up to me, he's like, hi, his name is Harvey or something. He's like, check out the snake. And he's like, oh, I don't really like it, it's too slithery and this and that. Check it out. And Harvey, guess what, Harvey? If you don't like the snake, you can just go outside and you can fuck yourself right in your fucking heart, you idiot. Pull your car around so I can flip you off.
You don't like snakes. I don't like you. Everyone likes snakes. You don't like
Oh, come on! Knock it off! Stop! Knock it off! Knock it off! You guys gotta get out of here. I just called the cops. So bad. Seriously, you guys have to leave right now. Get the fuck out of my house. My dad's a cop.
My dad's a cop.
My dad is not a cop. He does look like one, though.
Your dad kind of does look like he could be a cop.
Especially when he just used to rock the mustache. He's a beard man in his later days here.
Right, I forgot.
Yeah. He's an aristocrat. I'm still deciding what track to put on here, but I think I know what.
The Aristocrats. Wasn't that Who's the guy that talks like this? Who is that guy?
Are you talking about I know exactly who you're talking about. He's like anti Pee Wee Herman. He's the fucking like short hair. Like, man.
I talk about him all the time, and now I'm forgetting his name.
We'll look him up.
He was the bird in Aladdin.
He was the bird in Aladdin. He's been on like every Comedy Central roast that they'll like have him on. You know what I'm talking about.
He had a joke called about he had it called, I think he called it the Aristocrats.
Oh, okay.
It was the fucking and the shitting and the piss and the blood and the it was an extremely crazy motherfucking joke. I want to hear it again. God, who the wait a minute. The chat's probably got to know who it is. Oh, but it's delayed though. We probably won't get it.
Hell no.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert fucking God.
Daniel, my man.
That's yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, people like your impression too, JB. It's accurate.
I could do it better if I was standing up.
I know, yeah. That's when you got to put your lungs into.
Yeah. We're back.
I'm a Papa Squad, my bad. I will talk at you fine folks while JB queues up his next track here.
Yes.
Yes, he will. No, that was the Strokes with Razor Blade. I used to fall asleep to First Impressions of Earth. I'll recommend that album to anybody. I think it's definitely my favorite Strokes album. And the only cover that I sang on was also a Strokes cover, Last Night by the Strokes. You remember doing that one?
That's right. I remember that.
That's
I've got
only-
that somewhere.
that's
I'll
only-
I'll give it to you when I can.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the only time my voice has ever been recorded in not a joking way. Or in this way, I guess. This is also being recorded and will be posted as soon as we get to it. But within the fortnight after the episode is aired. Again, Gimme Danger Radio. JB is lovingly queuing another song now. I just want to...
Anyone want it?
Wow. Giving so much to our viewers already. Wow. Unreal.
Well, I listen to it on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no, I don't.
I mean,
say that.
you could.
I just sold myself out. Mitchell.
You're a sellout, man.
Fuck.
We're all sellouts eventually, JB. That's just how it goes, man. Can't be punkers forever, can we?
I know.
Yes, we can. Really appreciate you guys listening to some music with us tonight. We'd be doing this regardless, so happy to have some people here with us. JB, what are we listening to next?
This song is called Postcard by Balance and Composure. Julia got this for me, I think in 2018 for my birthday. And it's kind of in the pop realm, but also it's really shoegazy at the same time, really atmospheric. It kind of reminds me of Dive a little bit, but not so. It's just a little bit more fuller, like really warm sounding, really colorful.
A little less aggressive, maybe.
Not so gothy, but just more like romantic and more emotional in that way.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. You want to click it?
I'll click the thing.
All right.
The button.
Postcard from Balance and Composure.
$5,000 post
feedback.
Little feedback. Never hurt nobody. Little feedback. That was... What was that again, JB? Let us know.
That was Postcard by Balance and Composure.
That was a lovely track. That was my first time hearing it.
Snag it.
Hold on to it. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, get the record. Play around with the tracks.
You got it.
Get it. Save it on Spotify. It's fucking amazing.
Worth a listen. I will.
Do
I
it.
absolutely will.
Play it in a car,
Okay.
late at night,
Yep.
and cry.
No problem.
I've done that. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
got
I've done
it.
that before,
Yeah.
and it really helped.
That's funny that you say that. I'm about to put on a crier for me.
We are back. That was beautiful.
It's one of those undeniable tracks. Again, like, you listen to Captain Beefheart, Safe as Milk, and then you listen to, like, Clear Spot, and it's two totally different worlds, almost seemingly two totally different musicians. That's the soul side of Captain Beefheart, and I'll recommend the whole Clear Spot album. I think that's a great place to start. And now we got JB queuing one up, one that he was excited to play, one that I haven't heard yet. I think you'll probably find that a lot if you listen to us. I'm going to be playing a lot of music that your parents got stoned to, and JB is going to play a lot of music that I'm going to get stoned to later.
Let's see. Kind of want to do something here just to play around.
Play around, man. Oh yeah.
I'm not a pro at that.
It's good stuff, though. It's good stuff. That's what my turntable's made for. I've never done any of it. Not competently. Maybe drunk one night by myself. But we're not going to talk about that. JB, what do we have up next here?
This is Donovan Blanc. Oh, I'll get the album cover.
Oh.
Is Mitchell on top of his title game?
Oh, no.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
No, I am not. I'm going to do that before I got you, buddy. You can see we're still learning here, everyone. And we're going to be learning for a little bit. But we hope to play music for you long time.
All right, so this is a song by Donovan Blanc called When You Believed Me. Kind of following with this vibey part of the set. You know, we went through Balance and Composure. We went through Captain Beefheart just now. And now Donovan Blanc is going to kind of ease us into that even further. I don't know how we're going to get out of this emotional side.
Oh, I'll get us out. I'm going to dig us right out of this hole. I know what I'm playing next.
Damn, dude, I almost felt threatened there.
You should be.
You did those eyes that you do. Yeah, like that.
Right above the microphone, too.
Man.
Just like right above the pop filter.
We got. This is where I'll bring in our sponsor, angryeyesandtongues.com. It's an affiliate with Postmates.
Oh.
You know, I don't know how.
I'm not a Postmates guy.
Neither am I.
More of a DoorDash individual.
DoorDash, really?
Like a gentleman.
Well, you know.
Sorry, I'm shitting all over our sponsors.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Unreal.
This is Donovan Blanc with When You Believed Me.
Very nice.
That was the end of a song. Here's When You Believed Me. I almost got it. You just can't get it right. It's a fade in and also a fade out. So that's why I'm talking right now.
She's the kind of girl I like. Never ever happy to win. Never always living inside, deciding what you should hide. But what can I do? She could talk all night long. Wonder if she's always been cool. Doesn't care if she's wrong. When you believe me, how did you see me? When you believe me.
See, it was a fade out, and that's why I could do a fade in.
Just that was awesome. That was a great fade in.
I'm sorry. It was a little obnoxious.
Not at all. I liked it.
Not as obnoxious as the Gilbert Gottfried.
The Gilbert Godfrey's good.
I'm so happy.
That's
Dan,
a new character on the show.
Dude, I gotta say, I'm so happy Dan got that for me.
I know he's the one to do it. He's the one that's gonna get it for you. Like, Dan, being a very good friend. Oh, I'll grab it. I'll do it. I got you. I wasn't handing it off. I just have abnormally long arms. I'm built like a gorilla.
He likes Gilbert Gottfried and Frank Zappa.
Yeah, rather long track from Frank. Awesome album, Hot Rats. Actually, a manager that me and JB shared was the first one to tell me to go listen to Hot Rats because I told him I liked Beefheart over Zappa. If you don't know, those guys went to high school together. Actually, Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart. And could you imagine the two guys at your high school that make music end up being Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart?
And I'd also like to add, this album is the first album recorded on 16-track in the United States.
Oh, really?
They were the first ones to get a 16-track.
Very interesting. I don't know much about Zappa. I do know that he brought a lot of European ideology to music just because he had a lot bigger followings in like Sweden and that sort of thing. I know he liked that stuff and probably picked up a lot of that.
All you really need to have Zappa charm you in the way that you would become obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Not obsessed, but just even just a fan.
Yeah.
Or give him some respect is how pissed off he made Tipper Gore. Fucking Tipper Gore.
Got him.
And you get Frank Zappa in there, he's like, all right, here we go. Time to blow some heads up here.
Zappa was a douche, but he was right. That's the only. I mean, he was right. He was a dick about it, but he was right 99.9% of the time. I'm gonna get this track queued up. Talk about Zappa.
Yeah, there was. Oh my God, one of my. Everyone does some YouTube deep dives, and there's a few Zappa. Like a few times I've done Zappa deep dives, not with his music, but with just him in general on like interviews or TV stations. There's a great interview that he did with MTV, and this interviewer was just giving him questions that he's just sick of and almost kind of obvious, and having him on there, she just didn't seem like she really understood him, even in the slightest bit enough for an interview. And he is just such. He's such a prick.
Oh, he's a dick, dude.
But in the best way in a logical way. He doesn't want to waste time with it. He's just like,
When
I can't do this right now.
if you listen to him talk enough, you start relating to him. At first blush, I was like, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? But then you listen to the things he says, like, damn it, he's right. You know,
He's right every time.
He's always right, and it's hard to admit, but he was an intense guitar player, an intensely
Yes.
good improvisational guitar player. I mean, you know, as much as I like bands like the Grateful Dead or jam bands like that, like it's laughable compared to like some of the things that Zappa was able to do live with a guitar.
Oh my God.
It's not even the same ballpark, and it's two different kinds of music. And I love the Grateful Dead, and I think they have some incredible live performances, but Zappa never missed.
Oh, yeah.
he approached psychedelic rock and roll like jazz music, you know, like the Miles Davis, you know, you never play a wrong note, it's the note that you play after it. That's, you know, like like that sort of thing. And yeah, Zappa's great. This next track I tried to queue up. The back of this album is extremely hard to decipher, and so I think this is the right track. Regardless, this is the Growlers, a band that I think a fine gentleman who is an incredible guitar player just joined and started listening to us. He showed me this band, and we listened to this single. I believe it was this single with the B-side, Gay Thoughts. We listened to it probably 30 times when he got that 45, and I went home and learned this bass line. And
Wow.
Yeah.
Right away.
yeah, it was like one of the first bass lines I was able to pick up by ear, because it was like, oh, I know what G sounds like. You know what I mean? So if this is the right track, this is Acid Rain by the Growlers. If it's not the right track, I'll fill in the details on the song title. I got you guys.
You want me to press it?
Go ahead and press it.
All right,
baby.
I'll do it. I'll press
see
it.
We'll see if I was accurate or not.
God damn it. Fuck. There we go. That's a story.
My bad, folks. This is Empty Bones by the Growlers, and it's going to lead into Swamp Stomp. We'll just let it play out. Growlers.
You're trying to show the whole world you're smart and you're looking dumb, but like a baby soft and stuff, but like a good dog always goes. Well, when you come at night, well, I soon come pick up from the big guy, the one that has up to me, and I don't give a goddamn magic to be bad, but I will try to buy just a little time. Way down in the green, way down lies the queen, queen of the sea and the sand, down deep away from man. There's no logical moral, down deep beside the coral, resting under the breeze. You'll find golden land floating and
was a fade out. No, it wasn't. It was a reverb fade out.
God damn, that was enough growlers for the whole night.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That was a couple tracks. So to clear the confusion, I'll flip that record around and show the webcam. But they made the track list on the back a fucking crossword puzzle, so I can't figure it out. Thank you, JB. Look at that shit. I'm just trying to listen to the album. You know what I mean? No, that was 3 tracks by the Growlers, 2 rather short ones that didn't really have a bass line, and then Acid Rain by the Growlers. Really good band. They caught some flack a couple years ago, as a lot of musicians and celebrities did, unfortunately. But you gotta separate the art from the artist sometimes, you know what I mean? And the Growlers put out some really great music, at least in their early years. I'd stop after Chinese Fountain. I just would. But that's a good one. JB has, wow, quite the album pulled up here. Another one that JB showed me. Another one that he showed me, that a band that's very, very, very cool to listen to. Very fun to listen to. JB has he can introduce these much better than I can.
So this is the Dead Moon box set, Echoes of the Past, the anthology.
He has a complete Dead Moon anthology. Dead Moon, I'd say, is, I don't know, I think it's pretty safe to say one of JB's favorite bands, without a doubt. That big old box doesn't want to sit down.
It's doing it now.
I'll press play for you on this one, JB. You should introduce this one. This is a cool band.
Yeah, so Dead Moon, formerly the Rats, kind of around that time, the Western Front with Fred Cole. He had his own, well, first off, Fred Cole has had a long history in the music industry. Or not music, in the early days when he was a young kid, he was in the actual music industry in the 60s. He was in a band called the Lollipop Shop. And a lot of garage rockers now will cite one of the songs from them called The Witch as one of the pivotal garage rock songs to inspire that whole generation of garage rockers, especially the new wave of garage rockers, the second wave of the garage rock revival.
And when did this, so you're a massive garage rock fan, you turned me on to garage rock, and we'll go down a garage rock path. I know what I'll put on after this. I think you do too. But what would you call the, decade wise, what's the first wave of garage rock in the United States, second wave? Where would you put Dead Moon?
Where would I put Dead Moon?
Yeah.
Well, Dead Moon, I wouldn't know if I would call them completely garage rock. They were their own thing. They was
Dead Moon.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm not going to say that because people are going to get mad. So people like to cite AC/DC, but I think it's more of a genuine non-commercialized rock and roll.
I would agree with that.
Complete DIY for the whole thing. They did everything themselves. Cut the records, released the records themselves out of their house, recorded all the music, everything. But
awesome.
Yeah, Fred and Tootie Cole, you just can't go wrong with this shit. You just can't go wrong.
The spirit of rock and roll, and yeah, lovely.
But anyways, this song is called "The Cast Will Change" by Dead Moon.
Wish I never seen the city's home.
The cast will change.
The cast has changed.
It did
Changed my cast.
Change my fucking cast.
What a great song, though.
Every time I go to the doctor, and I got something broken. It's like, dude, just change it. It's
just
getting really
that
itchy.
fucking cast.
Something that I
smells.
can't wash it.
It smells.
I can't wash it.
Yeah. That's what Dead Moon wrote most of their music about.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
That was the real struggle, really.
I do see the, well, not unfortunate. I do see the similarities between him and the and AC/DC. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand that. I'd rather listen to that than AC/DC, but Back in Black's a good album.
I like AC/DC.
So that's another one. I like AC/DC. I have a lot of respect for AC/DC. I think Angus Young was like, he's probably one of the first guitar players that I like really looked into. And I mean, yeah, they're undeniable. That's just one of those ones where just listen to it a little bit too much, but they're always good to come back to. I have another garage rock selection. Garage rock is probably one of our more prevalent genres, I suppose, as we continue this voyage. I would say that this is the very first, JB can correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first garage rock band to exist, is it not, JB? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I can cue it up.
What were you going to play?
I was going to play Strychnine. Okay. It's a fifth track on that side. Oh, you're the man. What a sweet boy. It's a little bit cluttered. We're figuring all this out. So I'm on the laptop, JB's on the turntables, and JB's been doing a little bit better job than me. I'm going to be better with the song titles. Let me fucking turn this one off right away. But yeah, garage rock, you're going to hear a lot of it if you keep listening to us. It's American music. It really is. I mean, I think it's the epitome of American music in a lot of ways, barring truly American music like jazz or, blues, certain levels of folk. But garage rock is very important. And this is a very important band. This is a band called the Sonics. I believe this released in like 1964, something like that.
Sounds about right.
And yeah, would be considered the first garage rock band, would they not?
Well, that's the thing. It's a little weird because rock and roll happened in the 50s.
Right.
And then it exploded in England. All those guys loved that.
Beatles,
the
Stones,
British invasion happened.
Okay.
And then America was like, I heard this from a garage rock In Love with These Times documentary. I think Vice did it, or maybe it was some kind of journalist magazine, whatever.
Right.
They did one about the revival in like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
And the guy from the Black Lips, one of the guys from the Black Lips was like, blew up in the 50s here. Yeah. English bands brought it back over here with the British invasion. And then the bands from the States was like, let us have that back.
Yeah, that's
we're going to take it back.
Never mind.
Bring it into the basements and the garages.
That's what we did with Jimi Hendrix.
And just make it a little more visceral.
Sure.
Because the Americans had that visceral sound with their...
They were angrier.
It's just a little different. It's more I don't know, it's more kind of disgusting, and English is more like a little bit more
it's the Kinks versus like
I have a Kinks record tonight too.
Very nice. It's the same reason that like Mick Jagger never sang with a British accent. And that sort of thing. They were all emulating the Chuck Berrys and the all those guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Sonics with Strychnine off of This Is the Sonics. Or here we are. I think This Is the Sonics.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Folks like water, some of folks like wine, but I like the taste of straight strychnine. Hey, you may think it's
In and out, fade in. There it is. Yeah, that was the Sonics with Strychnine. Let me pause that really quick. I'll leave you guys hanging for 1 second. JB is gathering his selection. Again, we're Gimme Danger Radio. It probably says it 3 places on your page right now, but I'll say it again. We are, I think it's worth mentioning, we are surrounded by JB's studio equipment here. His analog operation. A man dedicated to analog, and records are just the tip of the iceberg with JB. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, JB is queuing one up here. I think one of the things that I like about garage rock the most is the vocals. It's like starts towing a line of going into some punk hardcore territory, and again, they were doing it 20, 30 years ahead of anybody else doing it. It's pretty incredible, meshing elements of Chuck Berry with I don't know, Black Flag. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? But you hear it all. You hear it all in there, and it's a interesting and it's a fun genre to deconstruct. What do we got up next, JB?
We got the Feelies with Fa Sila.
Fa Sila.
And I think we're just going to go right into it. Bam, we're back.
Bam, as quick as it came, it's gone.
And we got that feedback.
No fade out.
That fucking
just a little
feedback.
bit of feedback.
I can't believe me.
It never hurt nobody.
Why do I got to do that? I do that every time.
I like it.
Actually, maybe half the time.
I like it. That was a great track, JB. Yeah, that was a great... Oh, I don't have a fucking track pulled up myself. Jesus Christ. Well, I will talk for a second while I think of what to play. I think I know what I'm going to play, but... Yeah. Shit.
Do you like that rip off, or you like that Weezer ripped that album cover off?
I was gonna say, yeah. I think you had pointed that out to me previously. How that's a total rip off of, or how Weezer ripped that off for all of their albums, essentially. Besides Ratitude.
I don't know for sure if it was on purpose.
It's just goddamn similar, that's for sure.
But I mean, they do look like nerds.
Yeah, that would check out.
So what do you think about that triple snare?
Yeah, that was something that JB was pointing out to me. I think that's maybe. I mean, I think I've heard that passively from JB previously, but it was the first time I sat down and concentrated on it, and he pointed out that the way that they tracked the snare, you had like 2 snares coming at you, 2 bass drums, and it creates for that very kind of echoey, weird, not dry but not wet kind of snare sound. It was very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. I'll take the compliment to them through me.
You got it.
And to the.
You did a great job with that one, JB.
No. They did a great job with the snares.
That was a really good track. That was a good one.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I tried.
Yeah, you worked really hard on that track. That was a good one.
I
You
know.
did a great job with the snares.
But I didn't do the snares.
That's not what I hear. Talk for a second. I'm gonna
Okay,
grab
I'll
an
talk.
album.
I'll talk. We got another sponsor.
Oh, God. Not another sponsor.
It's okay. We got another sponsor.
Turf grass.
No, it's Red Gators. Red Gators Incorporated. Any gator that you find in the sewers, in the lakes, in the oceans, you report that to us. We get that gator and we paint it red.
So is it us?
No, I'm reading what we got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it off the.
Oh, okay, I thought this was our business.
No. I mean, I wish. Hey, you know our sponsors.
My bad.
But yeah, you know, if you find a gator, this company, they'll take that gator, they'll paint it red, and expose it for the gator that it actually is. You can't just hide in the swamp. You can't just hide in a lake. You can't just hide in the ocean. Wherever these gators are coming from, you can't hide from us. We have to mark you with red. And when we mark you with red, we'll know that there's danger out there. Our kids are out there swimming in that shit.
Doing God's work, really.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do believe I know what you were saying.
And let's get someone else in here. Gilbert, what do you got to say about that? Red Gators is the company you want. I can't do it anymore. It's hard to do when I'm sitting down. I can't just do that.
I can hear your throat hurting.
It hurts.
As you go along with that one.
He was on the Apprentice, Celebrity Apprentice.
I know.
It was weird.
It's kind of weird to think about that show.
He tried so hard on that show.
He did, yeah.
I think he's just too nice of a guy. Like the real Gilbert Gottfried is just too nice of a guy.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a
fair.
sweet guy.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved his kids, loved his wife. He's a great guy.
Sounds like an American hero to me.
Yeah. I like that transition out of the gator thing.
That was a good, and we're thankful for our sponsors.
Yeah, we're thankful for our sponsors. Oh my God, are we back or what?
Oh, we're back. What a track. Wow. Yeah, that was Hyacinth House by The Doors. I mean, The Doors speak for themselves, but just a fucking great American band. London had it was a tumultuous time for music. It was, you had London popping off and the British invasion, and then you had bands like The Doors and The Animals and shit like that in America, and I feel like it was a good answer,
Yeah.
I'll listen to the Doors with the Beatles.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean.
I got you flustered with the Red Gators.
I'm flustered.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. The company exists.
Don't be scared, honey.
Yeah, don't be scared. See, it's red out there. It's out there. They marked it for us.
That's awesome.
We knew that there was a gator out there.
Thank God.
And they got to it before us.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
And our
Praise
sponsors. Praise be. What do we got up next, JB? Go ahead.
This is a band called Omni. It's my favorite modern band. I think they're doing tremendous work. The Lord's work.
Just like our sponsors.
Just like our sponsors. Red Gators. Shit. Mitchell, what was this track called? I don't want to stand up.
Cold Vermouth.
Oh, Cold Vermouth. That's right. Yes, by Omni. We'll just play it right away. Mitchell, you want to just crank that up?
Oh, I got you.
Go for it. Secrets of fade in, of a fade out. Oh my
Fading
god.
in
Oh,
from
no.
out. Bring me in from the cold. There they were. Omni, that was a crazy track. That was a very cool track.
Yeah.
You said that was pretty modern, right?
I think this came out in 2017,
2017, wow.
2017, 2016.
I would call that new wave.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. That was very good. Sehr gut. All right. Well, I think we're going to take a little music break and just talk about a couple things. Talk at you for a couple minutes while we figure our lives out. And
When will that happen?
never. This is, once more, Gimme Danger Radio. Everything will be on vinyl as much as we absolutely can. We'll be playing you records, just like the musicians intended. In most cases, some people go to cassette. I don't know, CD.
Oh, do you want that?
Go direct to a Starbucks counter. What? Oh yeah. If you could switch our room cam back on, I'll cue it up. Sorry for the Elgato no signal. There we are,
No.
ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're back.
Back once more. Hello again, JB.
Holy!
I know, what the fuck?
You just popped out of nowhere,
Where
man.
did you come from?
You can't scare me like that.
I was doing some Red Gator work.
I know,
I'm picking up a job with them.
dude. You were doing a really good job.
Thanks, man.
You saved my family.
My parents always said I was artistic.
Autistic?
All right. Oh, maybe I misunderstood them this whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah, all these years.
Yeah, me too. That, you know what? That's probably what it meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do, right?
Again, on accident. That's how I found out. On accident. God damn it.
I still stand by that. It's better to find that out on accident.
I
than it is
know. I know.
to pursue it. Like,
I know.
and some of the best fell on the spectrum. Albert
Yeah.
Einstein, he was on the spectrum.
Gary Newman.
Hey, David Byrne.
Really?
Yeah, he talks about it openly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said it started with some intense social anxiety for him, to the effect of when they would play their first Talking Heads shows, much like Jim Morrison, he would turn his back to the crowd, or like stay behind the curtain, sort of thing. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sing to you guys from back here." Like he really was uncomfortable with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite the change.
Yeah,
As
I
the
mean,
time went on.
it's funny to see how he developed. I mean, and I think when, especially with somebody like that, he just started getting like validated, right? You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, we really like what you're doing," and then maybe the confidence bloomed. But because it's funny to think about David Byrne like being like cowardice. You know what I mean? Like just being bashful.
Well, that was one thing I never had a problem with, was going in front of a bunch of people and playing music. If I had to do a speech, that was horrible.
Sure.
But playing music was never a problem.
Weirdly for me, like, so playing music has always been like one of my favorite things I've ever done, like playing music in front of people. But it definitely, like, I had to get over stage fright because I definitely grew up with terrible anxiety and whatnot, and giving a speech in class or reading something out was just a nightmare for me. And then I joined drama club in high school, and I joined it to write. I liked writing, and
I didn't know that.
yeah, I wanted to write for them, and like they would do like scenes sometimes that you'd have to, and like they needed writers and whatever, but they would also make you act. I was like, no, I'm just here to write, and they're like, no, you're not. Get up there, Tubby. And we need an Augustus Gloop, and so, but that. Pretty quickly, when you're forced to do something you don't want to do in front of people, like when you're talking, then subsequently when you're talking about something that you do believe in or you've researched and studied and something you're passionate about, like giving speeches thereafter was a lot easier. And then like I tie that back to playing music because it's just like, oh well, here I'm doing something that I actually want to do in front of people. You know what I mean? So no, yeah, I mean, yeah. I have never had a problem playing music in front of people, but I just never know what to do with myself when I'm on stage at all. Like I just kind of stand there and play the bass.
I mean, that's all you gotta do. What do you think you gotta do? You gotta like do some moves, like some sick moves?
Yeah, throw the bass around my neck, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like everything I saw on Guitar Hero. You know what I mean?
That'd be wicked.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to see you do that on stage. Like that would be.
I need some strong strap locks. My bass weighs like 30 fucking pounds, but
It'd be really funny if you were playing like something like really like in a band that was
super
like
chill.
really chill. All of a sudden you just got so pissed out of nowhere. Just yeah.
I was just like
Throw it around.
that YouTube clip, like this drummer's at the wrong gig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or those band fails where like someone like is back too far on the stage and then they fall down.
Yeah. That's brutal. It's better than the stage fails where they get burnt up by the pyrotechnics.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of that
Yeah,
shit?
that's horrifying.
I think my girlfriend just told me, was it Ice Spice? One of those. A newer pop musician. She almost got fucking annihilated by pyrotechnics when they were doing like a sound check. Like just,
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I can't remember if it was Metallica. I think Metallica either had a close call or one of them went to the hospital because of pyrotechnics.
What was Axel told us a story about a band that was trapped in there was some crazy fire from the pyrotechnics because the ceiling was so close to them, and they put the pyrotechnics in there and it pretty much blew the whole place up.
Oh my god.
Like that's basically what happened. Everyone was trapped in there. And it was
Christ.
Yeah, I can't remember what band that was.
It's like a great American tragedy.
It wasn't Pantera, was it? Because
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar.
it was a
with
band
story.
like that. Some kind of like metal.
One of those kind of shredders. Well, that's typically what you expect to have pyrotechnics. Is going to be either like a big shredder band or a pop musician, frankly.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get like Willie Nelson some pyrotech. You know.
Yeah, I saw Willie Nelson with some very good friends over the summer on his birthday. He
You
played
were
a
telling
great
me
show.
that.
Yeah.
Birthday in Wisconsin.
Yeah, at Alpine Valley, no less.
I've never gone to a show at Alpine.
That was my first. And it was good. It was like you're up on the lawn. I was surprised by how much was how much blocked the stage up there, but once you kind of got set up, I mean, it sounded great. Saw Willie, and then I saw Robert Plant. Actually, that same show.
That's right. You told me
he opened with them and or for them, and yeah,
dang,
incredible. And it was he played like a lot of Zeppelin, which again would be probably one of the show's favorite bands. Hey, my argument for Led Zeppelin, and I'll keep this short, but the reason that they are the greatest rock band of all time is because every single one of those musicians, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and John Bonham, they're all top 5 musicians for their respective instrument.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, bass, drums, guitar, vocals. When you think of rock and roll vocals, frankly, you think of Robert Plant, or you think of like Freddie Mercury. But it's one of those two, and then John Paul Jones.
You can't compete. No one can compete with a John Paul Jones.
No,
glued that whole thing together.
In anything, frankly, that guy he's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a fucking genius. Made some of the greatest bass tracks. You ever want to get your mind blown? Go and listen to an isolated John Paul Jones track. I know you have. And it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to think of everything he was doing in the background there. But all those guys. So that's always been my argument why I think Led Zeppelin's the greatest rock band is because they're all like top 5.
That's a good point. I don't think I can argue that. I don't really know.
I think there's been better songwriters. Like, I think you could make the argument that, like, George Harrison or John Lennon or Paul McCartney even were better songwriters, but I don't know if they were the better musicians of their respective instruments.
Well, but they were writing songs in a completely different way, though.
Right,
like
As
Led Zeppelin went on,
I love that.
The more obscure, like, it was getting. I mean, have you listened to Presence all the way through?
I have listened to Presence all the way through, but it's been a while.
It's a wild ride.
Same with Coda, frankly.
I love Coda.
I like Coda
Wearing
too.
and Tearing.
Yeah. No, I mean, great songwriters. I just think that's maybe the only criticism that they could fall under, where, you know, people say that Led Zeppelin ripped everybody off and then everybody ripped Led Zeppelin off, so it's just kind of like, that's music for you, you know. But I don't know.
What was it? I think it was Nuno Betancourt from Extreme. He was talking.
Oh yeah.
He was talking like,
Nuno.
I think he was saying that, you know, it's hard to come up with anything when Jimmy Page already came up with everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
I mean, that's an incredible way to put it. I mean, it's just, yeah. And then we got a call out from my girlfriend saying that was a great concert. It was a great concert. And then from our buddy Dan, John Entwistle. John Entwistle, he's the bass player for The Who. Or was the bass player for The Who.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, I mean, undeniable, but I think John Paul Jones is a better bass player, if that's what you're getting at, Dan. Just, go back and listen to Boris the Spider and then listen to Dazed and Confused for me, okay? I love Boris the Spider. It's my favorite Who track, but...
I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm not.
I didn't bring this upon you guys. I think you guys brought this upon yourselves.
No, if anybody defends The Who, I've defended The Who tirelessly. I think people like give them a bad rap. I almost brought a Who album tonight, but decided not to. But I did bring a Zeppelin album, so if that tells you anything. Well, shit, JB, should we just get back to the music? Is there anything from those last grouping of songs that you want to call out?
Yeah, I'll call some out right after, where'd that go?
Omni? What are you looking for?
No, I had a sheet of paper. Oh.
He's prepared. He has shit written down. Me too. Hey, me too. Oh, mine's not on a legal pad. Damn it.
That's okay.
You got me.
A word from our sponsor. I'm just kidding. No more of that. No more sponsors.
Not tonight, anyway.
No more sponsors. We did enough of that.
Turf grass.
Turf grass. You can do it. Let the people know. You need the pad. You need the notepad.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Go for it. Turf grass. Go for it.
Special thanks to Turfgrass for sponsoring our show. Turfgrass, big sponsor of the NFL. They are developing sowing blades of grass into pre-made turf for a better, more natural feel. Turfgrass.
How you like that?
All right, I think that's just about enough time talking, and
We got so many sponsors.
I know it's.
How can we keep up with this?
We've made it. This
I
is
don't
the
know
life.
what to do.
JB, I think it's time that we move on to a track, and I talked about Zeppelin enough. I think I'm gonna put on a Zeppelin track.
Okay. Is this dedicated to turf grass?
This is dedicated to Turfgrass. I think we've been talking at you the whole night, but I think this will be our last break where you're looking at us, and we'll probably come back to say goodbye. But seriously, thanks for hanging out and listening to some music with us. I know it's a lot of our loved ones and friends, and it just means a lot that you guys are hanging out with us still. So
Absolutely.
let me grab this album. Also, I'll introduce it.
I'm gonna keep this in awkward silence. No, I'm not gonna do that. So Turfgrass signed with us, maybe probably a year ago, we haven't really gotten around to doing the sponsorship yet because it's been a year ago and this is our first show. What am I supposed to do when everything's not set up for this? Yeah, thank you, Turfgrass. I mean, you put all this responsibility on us as a sponsor. Way a year and ahead of event. I told you, we're not ready. We don't have the stuff. I need to be prepared. And Turfgrass doesn't get me prepared.
All right, man. I'm the one that's supposed to shit on the sponsors, okay?
I'm just saying, it's bringing back bad vibes. And
All right. I hated playing football too. Anyway, I'll flip it back to the turntables for us here. Let me. Oh, that was easy. Wow, how smooth. So, as I had mentioned, I've been buying these goddamn pieces of plastic for quite some time, and this was one of the first that I bought. Again, a band that my brother showed me, and that has stuck with me more than any other band. He bought 4, I bought 3. I brought this album with me to 3rd grade show and tell with my portable turntable and played it for my class, and I don't think anybody else thought I was cool, but my teachers thought I was awesome. And that's always the kid that I was, you know what I mean? I always got along with people that were like 30 or 40 years older than me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin 3, this is Gallows Pole. All these bands doing our jobs for us.
Yeah. But there's another banjo that I got on the turntable.
Beautiful.
And I'm sure all of y'all like a good banjo.
And a good Kinks song.
Make sure, if Joe comes back, you ban him.
Banjo.
Banjo.
Banjo from this chat right now.
Banjo. Is there a Joe in the chat? Chat, you take him out.
Mods Banjo.
I'm telling you.
Oh, nice little comment from our friend Cannon. Thanks, Cannon. You're the man.
What did Cannon say?
He said great show. And that it's been awesome to listen to. I think he's traveling currently. I know he's traveling, I don't think.
Well, this isn't a place to discuss people's travels. I don't want to dox anybody.
Nobody's getting doxed here.
I've seen problems like that on YouTube.
I could imagine.
That is dramatic and crazy every time.
And people getting swatted and shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
Just like, people are nut jobs, man.
Anyway.
Yeah,
before
let's
we
just
get
not
into
even bring that up.
Yeah.
Bring that into our sphere.
Since Cannon is traveling, I got a song by the Kinks called Got to Be Free. That's what I want Cannon to do on this trip. You know what I'm talking about, Mitchell.
I do know what you're talking about.
We're going to be free.
I actually really like that sentiment.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Soon the sun is gonna shine. We're gonna be free like the birds and the bees, running wild across the big country. Gotta be free to do what I want, walk if I want, talk if I want. Gotta be free to say what I want,
You're free in Tacoma.
It's hot in Topeka.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's what that.
There you go.
Dang, I forgot.
That was like towards the tail end of my Well, I still watch cartoons, but like my active cartoon watching days. That was a good one though. Nothing beats SpongeBob. We all know it.
SpongeBob. Yeah.
Nothing beats SpongeBob. You know that. I know that.
You can't beat SpongeBob.
So we've had a couple of brighter tracks here, as JB pointed. Oh fuck! I didn't change the song title. That one was the Kinks. Got to be free by the Kinks. I'll get better. I promise.
You'll get there. God, it's so fucking cold. I'm just in here freezing.
Brr, fuck.
Oh.
That was not careful with that X, Eugene, but that was also a great track. I'm sorry, guys. It's these fucking bootleg albums. Nothing is labeled. It's just a goddamn crapshoot. Every time I've gotten this album out, I've done that exact same thing a million times. You'd think I'd learn it, but I haven't. JB is queuing up a lovely album.
I hate when they do that, this side, that side on one label.
Yeah.
Because, I'm a little stupid.
No, I get it. You
can't just do that to a stupid person.
No.
Look at me. You guys can't see me, but I can. Well, Mitchell can see me, and he knows. I struggle with stupid. That's what's going on here.
JB, you are not stupid.
Right now.
I just wish I get it. I wish they'd spell it out for us. We're trying to play a lot of music here,
Yeah.
Not just putting on an album and letting it fly.
No. That should be good.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, yes. Let me just put it down there. Wherever's convenient for you, young Jables.
Okay.
We got a fair amount of music for you guys still. We'll see how long we make it here, but we're 3.5 hours in. For anybody that's been listening the whole time, you're a saint, and we love you.
You guys
A
like
lot.
that? You guys like that bear on the cover?
Jesus Christ. That is a bear.
Yeah, it's a bear.
Yeah. JV, what are they looking at there besides a bear?
This is the Greenhorns with Underestimator. And
for those who don't know, real quick, can you just give like a brief history on who the Greenhorns are?
the Greenhorns.
Because I'm sure people will know the band that they developed into. Or however you'd like to put that.
I'm nervous. These knobs are looking a little weird. I gotta put them back on the mixing board. So the Greenhorns. They were a band that would come up to play shows with the White Stripes in the early days. And Jack decided, hey, I love these guys. So they played a lot of shows together. Craig Fox is the lead singer, and then you got LJ, Little Jack Lawrence on the bass, and then you got Patrick Keeler on the drums.
So pretty much every band of Jack White's that isn't the White Stripes is the Greenhorns.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, pretty much. What is it? Jim Jarmusch, the director. He says that this is this is his favorite band.
Jim Jarmusch did Coffee and Cigarettes, right?
And Dead Man.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that. That's a great movie. I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
You're gonna kill me. Or you're gonna shoot me.
You're gonna shoot me.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you. All right, well then shoot me, goddammit.
Shoot me, goddammit.
You just shoot me right now. I will. Oh Lord, have mercy. Burns like hellfire. I'm gonna have to kill somebody now.
Underestimated your effect on me. Or maybe I was too blind to see in the darkness that clouds my life. You
price I'm paying now is much too high. What more will I sacrifice? All my senses are becoming numb. My life is a setting sun. I'll spend my days waiting for you. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. I've underestimated your effect on me. Or maybe I was too blind to see. In the darkness that clouds my life, you were the only light. I'll spend my days waiting for you. I'll spend my days waiting for you. Oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then the feedback.
Oh, fuck the
God.
feedback. God damn it.
Feedback is just a
Every
byproduct.
time.
It's a byproduct of the process. It's
I
gonna
know.
happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just trust the process, okay?
You gave me those eyes again.
They're very daunting. It's the long eyelashes. When they're relaxed, they're very relaxed.
Did you ever see that Louis C.K. skit on Saturday Night Live where he's a lawyer but he's got long eyelashes and
No,
mascara? Oh my god.
that's so
He just
funny.
kept going up. He just could not stop laughing at him because he's got these
just batting his eyelashes.
middle-aged 50-year-old man just
Lucy-Lou's
like,
at him.
what's wrong?
Yeah, just to comment on the Greenhorns, I mean, I think for anybody that would like the Rock on Tours or even the Dead Weather, but particularly I relate the Rock on Tours to the Greenhorns a lot, and features most of the same members. But if you like the Rock on Tours, definitely go check out the Greenhorns catalog, because you won't be disappointed.
Oh, absolutely.
To kind of keep on a modern note here, this is an album I don't think a lot of people have thought about in a long time. This was once rated on Rolling Stone as one of the more underrated albums of the 2000s. Yeah.
I fucking love this song.
Oh my god, this is another song to drive to. This is a song that'll get you feeling good. This is I remember watching this music video. I must have counted for a couple thousand views on that music video when it first came out. Really cool. But the band is TV on the Radio, still very active, still making some great music. This is off of Return to Cookie Mountain. Listen to the whole album if you want to. And this is their hit track, Wolf Like Me.
Listen
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're back. Yeah, listen to that whole album. I think that's another song that maybe you just haven't listened to in a while, and if you have, good on you. They're a great band. JB and I were talking about while we were listening just some of the great indie music of that era, and I think a lot of it got forgotten about, you know.
It just, as soon as it came, the faster it went.
It's the total truth. I mean, it's hard. It's really interesting. It's like once upon a time there were bands that lasted decades. Now
Yes.
it just seems like there's bands that last like a year or two, a couple years. Some incredible bands or artists, musicians, like for instance, like a one that's just coming to mind right now is like Mac DeMarco.
Yeah.
I love Mac DeMarco, and he just did that crazy thing with 1,000 songs on Spotify
Yeah.
or something like that. No, I mean, it's incredible, but it just seems like, in a popularity's sake, these bands lose, you know. And maybe that's you know, due in part to the oversaturation. I mean, I guess like Tame Impala would be, you know, one like people have listened to over a decade at this point, or that sort of shit, or the White Stripes, or that sort of thing. But I don't know. I just wish bands like this still garnered the attention that they did when they first hit the scene, because they're still that good, you know.
Yeah. I mean, as special as a band can be, I mean, sometimes that, even just that moment when they come out is so special. It's hard to
recapture that.
Yeah, it's just like well, that song in particular just has an explosion of emotion and like just this crazy, colorful, like emotionally shattering sound, like almost heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
But
empowering at the same time.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean,
it captures like things like the weather, like the change in weather and seasons and stuff like that. There's a spider right next to you. She's pretty.
Oh my God, she is pretty. I'm not gonna do anything to her either. It's a little daddy long legs.
It's a little baby.
Little baby sass. Well, JB, that's enough rambling. What's your track? What's up next here, buddy?
Well, we got A Holloway Person by the Cleaners from Venus.
Sharon Jones, and she comes from a broken home. She was a Holloway person. She was a Holloway person. She had sharp eyes, she told big lies. She had a crazy look, and it was no surprise. She was a Holloway person. She was a Holloway person. She had one mom, no dad, and then one brother who was such a drag. She was a Holloway person, a Holloway person. But she was a friend, a good friend of mine, a Holloway person, a Holloway person. She'd been in some trouble in a small town, you know they caught her out and she got sent down. She was a Holloway person, she was a Holloway person. She never told me what for, she didn't think highly of the law. She was a Holloway person, she was a Holloway person. She had no time for any men because she'd been let down again and again. She was a Holloway person, a Holloway person. But she was a friend, a good friend of mine, a Holloway person, that Holloway person. Okay, take it. Doesn't care for society. She is a Holloway person. She is a Holloway person. Her hair is an awful mess. She hardly ever wears a dress. She is a Holloway person. She is a Holloway person. She is going round and round, but it never gets her down. She is a Holloway person. She is a Holloway person. She is a friend, a good friend of mine. A Holloway person. A Holloway person. She is a Holloway, 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 Holloway person. A Holloway person. Yeah, she is a Holloway, 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 Holloway person. A Holloway person. Yeah.
Oh, we had another fade out. We're fading back in. Oh my god. It's like going down the toilet and coming back up again.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Just imagine it for a second. I'm imagining it. I've got an imaginative mind. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm almost done, I promise.
You're almost done. Oh, did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh boy. Holy shit.
All right. Oh, a little bit of feedback. We're good. We're good.
Keep doing it.
So this next track, I was just reminded of this artist this past week. Not that I had forgotten about him, but he left quite the impression on me. And as far as independent music goes, I don't know if you could get much more independent than this next guy. William Onyebear with, well, actually the album that I have is Who is William Onyebear? It's a collection of his works. If you haven't looked into him, please look into William Onyebear. I think this song's going to convince you to do so. Incredible musician who did some incredible work completely by himself in his studio. I'm not sure where in Africa. I'm blanking now, but played every instrument, sang everything, recorded everything, put it out all himself, and he did it over 4 or 5 amazing albums. Really, really, really good albums. And I would encourage you, if you enjoy this music at all, to check out the movement known as Zamrock. We'll be featuring some Zamrock. I actually just picked up a Zamrock album, but also out of Africa, similar move, or probably around the same time actually. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like these bands, similar to a band that you showed me by the name of Death. They were kind of in a musical echo chamber, so to speak. They didn't have a lot to go off of, you know what I mean? And so they heard some American music, they heard some stuff coming out of the United States, and then they produced music like what we're about to listen to, and it's pretty impressive in my opinion. I mean, it's just crazy, like taking a little bit of inspiration and taking and making it an entirely new sound that's completely yours. And William Onyebear did it all by himself. This is Fantastic Man by
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. I've yet to find like a good documentary or anything about him, but I'm looking for one. I've only just read certain things about him, but crazy talented individual. And yeah, this is William Onyebear with Fantastic Man.
Now we're doing it.
Since I came to know you, baby, I've been telling you how sweet you act. I've been telling you how good you act. Now I want you to try to tell me how I look. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, please tell me how I look.
You look so good, fantastic man.
Since I came to know you, baby, I've been telling you how good you are. I've been telling you how sweet you are. I've been telling you how lovely you are. I've been telling you how nice you are. Now I want you to try to tell me how you look. Look at me, baby, look at me. Look at me, my girl, look at me. I want you to try to tell me how you feel about me, babe. I want you to try to tell me how I look. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, please tell me how I look.
You look so good, fantastic man.
We got so many fade outs tonight. Holy shit.
We're also getting a couple oh no's. I don't know what happened.
No.
I guess we're getting some oh no's. Sammy said oh no.
Stream unavailable.
Oh no.
Stream suspended for policy reasons.
Really? I checked this one.
It might be because we're going too long.
Bro. Let me see.
Shit.
Well, why don't they tell the person that's playing the music?
Shit.
Oh no.